Hello again, friends. I hope you are doing well. Today I have a video you wish you saw ages ago in your investing journey. That is a dive into the multifaceted situation around what is happening with the stock ContextLogic, perhaps better known by its ticker symbol and platform name Wish. Over the past week, Wish has experienced a 16% decline, and this video aims to have a look at what is causing this downward movement in stock value and also give my conclusions on whether or not it is a good time to buy the dip. But before we do that, can I ask that you take a brief moment to hit the like button? By hitting the like button, you will be assuring yourself strong trading results that you had long wished for. However, you will have to wait approximately 35 days for that luck to be shipped to you from our ContextLogic supplier. Of course I kid, but it is a great way that you can help out a small content producer like myself. Also, I encourage you to subscribe to the channel to receive more trading updates from my channel. I really appreciate the support you have all shown me so far on this YouTube journey. With all that out of the way, let's get into the video. So ContextLogic, aka Wish, only has a short history as a public company. It had its IPO in mid-December of 2020, experienced a 50% rally from its IPO price in the early parts of 2021, hitting a peak price of $32.85, before crashing down to less than a third of its peak price in May, hitting an all-time low of $7.52. There has been a bit of a rally in June when the stock became popular with retail investors and earned its meme stock status before what looks like a sharp 16% decline to its price, which occurred during the last few days of last week's trade. This brief history of Wish's stock price movements encapsulates the events that are driving the price today, and by looking at these events we can actually understand what is going on with ContextLogic and whether or not we are likely to see any near-term rebound in stock value. So the first major event to talk about is the impending class action against ContextLogic and their IPO by Hagens Berman. The grounds of the class action is for misleading investors about financial performance during and prior to the IPO. The decline came after US law firm Hagens Berman issued a press release urging investors who have suffered significant losses since purchasing shares during Wish's IPO to come forward. The lawsuit's main complaint alleges that ContextLogic overstated its business performance metrics and financial prospects. These disclosures allegedly caused Wish's share price to decline sharply after the IPO. Now, there are a couple of reasons why I don't think this lawsuit will amount to much. Firstly, if you look at the chart, many investors in the IPO may well have, or at least could have, pulled out of the stock before March, a 3-month window, and in that time they would have made a decent return as high as 60% if they sold at the peak. So as you can see, here's the IPO around here. There was a bit of a rise at the start, then there was this drop off over here, but then we had this nice rally here. So as long as they sold basically before this point in late February, even in early March, there's a good chance they would have been profitable as long as it wasn't in this little window here. So based on that, I don't really see much cause for the lawsuit. Anyway, what the lawsuit's focusing on is that there has been this decline over here. Okay, so that's the risks you take when you buy shares, that there is the chance they're going to go up, there's the chance they're going to go down. Since the IPO, Wish has actually done both. The other comment I will make regarding the lawsuit is based on personal experience. So my wife is a lawyer and used to work for a large firm in Australia in their class actions team. This team was allegedly the best at these sorts of legal challenges in the country. Her observations were class actions move at a snail's pace and are hardly ever successful. And when they are, the winners are the legal firm, not the people volunteering to take part in the action or who the firm is representing. So in most cases, especially ones such as this, I do not place much faith in such legal challenges. On another note, it will be nice once this class action nonsense goes away, so I stop getting their stupid reminders to join it in my ContextLogic stock notifications. It's seriously been dominating them for the past few weeks. In fact, it almost caused me to miss one of the major developments that triggered much of the price rebound that's happened in the last few months. While this pesky class action has been a drag on the share price and my inbox, it doesn't actually account for the decline from the peak of the stock to its bottoming. For this, we need to talk about the scourge of Scandinavia. So the scourge of Scandinavia, which is really more about the whole of the EU. So starting with Sweden back in 2018, there has been a push by European Union members to introduce a value-added tax on goods purchased from marketplaces outside of Europe. However, it has become a widespread policy this year as the EU sees the discouraging of purchasing low-cost consumer goods from suppliers outside of the European Union as being key to helping the region's financial recovery from the pandemic. With the average spend on Wish in the EU being less than €22, the policy does hurt Wish's European interest in the short term. As the year has worn on, the talks around an EU-wide VAT have intensified and have now become policy in many member countries. As a result, this has put downward pressure on the Wish stock price. Europe is obviously a key market for ContextLogic, making up 49% of its sales. This is partly due to the demographic difference between Europe and North America, giving the Wish platform slightly more appeal in Europe due to the slightly lower household average income. To counter this, Wish recently announced a partnership with French e-commerce platform PrestaShop. This is a good move for Wish, aside from generally bringing a large number of new merchants to the platform. PrestaShop has a large number of EU-based merchants, which would be exempt from the VAT rules or the VAT rules, therefore being able to tap into the discount appeal of Wish to its millions of users across Europe. Looking at an hourly chart for the last month, there has been a sharp increase in trade volume and a bit of a rebound in price from the May lows. A big driver of this is that Wish has caught the attention of many retail traders, particularly a large number of Reddit's Wall Street Bets participants. It has become popular because of how well the stock works in memes, as well as factors such as a potential short squeeze with its 25% short interest currently in the stock. Along with the PrestaShop announcement the other week, this has been what has been driving Wish's stock price higher in recent weeks, with the stock nearly doubling at its recent peak from the low point in May. This recent fall away in share price does not seem to be down to any fundamental or news change for ContextLogic. In this period of time on the news front, there was a downgrade in ratings from Evercore ISI on Friday that changed its outperform rating for the stock to inline, which isn't necessarily terrible. It means it's just in line with expectations. The other thing that came out was there was a slightly negative article from Motley Fool on the Thursday, speculating the long-term prospects of ContextLogic. So really these things probably wouldn't bear that much weighting on the price movement on their own. Aside from this minor news, the price drop can potentially also be partly attributed to the following minor reasons, including investors looking to take profits, the lack of any recent news of material importance for the company, as well as a general fade away experienced by many other meme stocks just prior to the long weekend. So there is a chance the price could continue to fall when trade resumes on Tuesday, and there is every possibility the price may continue to fall to the single digit level, especially if the retail traders do continue to pull out.
That's what she said.
Excuse me?
That's what she said.
However, in saying that, there is still every possibility that the stock could bounce back up once trade resumes on Tuesday. It's really hard to say what's going to happen, as there has been no real news to indicate what may happen. Many retail investors see a lot of value in Wish as there is good growth in revenues and active users on the platform. Many are looking beyond the short-term hurdles the company has been experiencing and see the potential for a large player in the e-commerce space that could emerge. Personally, I am bullish on Wish and am not too worried about the short-term drop in price, unless of course there is to be some major news come out soon, which would support such a move down in the stock value. My position in the stock is quite small and represents the residual shares I managed to accrue through trading over the last month. Therefore, only really costing me time and energy in trading, and haven't actually really cost me any money out of pocket. I haven't actually traded the stock for over a week, but if there continues to be a price drop without any negative news of material importance, I may look to buy into the current dip and continue to accrue more shares in this company. Of course, this is all depending on what I'm up to with other stocks that I'm presently monitoring. Anyway, that's about all I have for you guys. Just a quick reminder that what I'm saying to you guys is not investing advice, and that you should always do your own research before making any investment decisions. If you've got your own opinions on the Wish stock, I'd love to hear them in the comments below. Remember to give the video a like if you found this information useful or interesting. Also, I would love if you subscribe to my channel. I've really appreciated the support I have been receiving, particularly over the past few weeks, and it's encouraging me to continue to put out videos like this. I wish you to all have a great day, and may the stocks forever trade in your favor. Cheers. See ya.